This Minecraft world was created September 2nd, 2014. Next year, it will be turning 10 years old. It started out just like any other Minecraft world, but it turned into something amazing. Welcome to Asgard, the town of wind and ruin, the hub of my village. A lot of these builds were inspired by or copied one for one from sources online. It took probably a year or so in this world before I wanted to make it into a village. At first it was just another Minecraft world to try out version 1.8. Before this world I had another one that was made back in alpha, but sadly due to a hard drive fail, that world was lost. Making a village came to mind one day, after I realized that this world I spawned into a village at the edge of a dark oak forest. So naturally I made my base in the forest, but I couldn't at first think of what to do with the villagers. Back then, the villagers were not great before 1.14, so it took about a year before I came up with the idea of making it into a seaside town. So I got to work on the town, and over the years it has upgraded with each version and has changed so much from what I originally wanted for the town. It wasn't planned to become this big. Then one day I got an idea, what if I added some background and lore to the town to really make it like an old 2000s RPG town? I took a lot of inspirations from a lot of games I played over the years, and the lore of this town became something I am very happy and proud of. The village of Asgard started with a boat full of people that wanted to escape the barbaric way of life that they lived in, so they left the old kingdom ruled by Herobrine and escaped north, crashing into this landmass. They see that it was already ruled by villagers, so the king and queen of the old lands made a deal if they would offer protection to the villagers and help develop the land into something that both the villagers and the people of the old kingdom could live in together in harmony. The villager chief agreed to this proposal, so the king and queen got to work up in the mountains of the land to construct a castle for protection and a place where the new kingdom could start and where Herobrine couldn't get a hold of the villagers and enslave them. One day, an expedition team came into the village, but the group was not there to pillage or to take over. The group leader was named Bubba, and he said he was part of the Explorer Team Society, a traveling guild. Bubba said he was looking for a new place to set up a new guild for the Explorer Team Society. Bubba said he's seen that the villagers and the people who were building that castle seemed to be struggling. He offered to have the castle up within 6 months and have guards trained and set up with equipment to defend the land. The chief wasn't too sure at first. Neither was the king and queen. Bubba said that he knew that they were running from Herobrine. Bubba suggested that if he could kill the Ender Dragon and Herobrine within the month and bring back proof that the chief and the king and queen would at least consider the offer. After a few days, they summoned the Explorer Team Society and said they have a month to bring back a dragon egg in Herobrine's head, and that they could then set up a guild in service of the chief and the kingdom. Bubba agreed. The chief said he could set up shop into the dark oak forest, make a base, and gather supplies to use.
Bubba got straight to work, spent 3 whole days mining under the forest. He found an old mine shaft that had a ton of iron and gold in it. After 3 straight days, Bubba knew that he wouldn't meet the deadline if he didn't find at least some diamonds. By day 5, Bubba spent years traveling the land learning about how to kill Herobrine, but he didn't know much about the Ender Dragon. All he knew is a stronghold had to be found using something called Eyes of Ender, and he knew Eyes of Ender needed blaze rods from the Nether, but he didn't know what else made the eyes. By day 7, he still didn't find diamonds caving and was starting to lose hope. But then he seen them a ore vein of 3 diamonds. It wasn't much, but it was at least enough for an enchantment table. But he pressed on. Then he ran into a tall purple, what looked like a human. The second they locked eyes, it attacked Bubba, knocking him into the water. The monster seemed to be able to phase in and out, if like teleporting, but the second it touched the water, it vanished. Bubba the next day went to chief. They asked what that thing was. The chief said that was an Enderman. The Enderman was a peaceful monster, unless you looked them in the eyes. Bubba asked why the chief didn't know, but he knew that from a legend that was passed down that the Enderman Ender Pearls were the key to making Eyes of Ender to get to the Ender Dragon. 2 weeks passed. Bubba had all the equipment he needed to find the stronghold. After 5 more days of looking, he found the stronghold in the end portal. The battle was long and almost cost the guild their lives, but in the end, the dragon was slayed, and Bubba returned with the egg. Herobrine found out where the king and queen and the people fled to, and was attacking the village. The guild got there just in time, and Herobrine was slayed by Bubba. Sadly, the chief lost his life that day due to protecting the villagers. He made the guild the protectors of the land, and made Bubba chief in honor of the chief. He named the new land Asgard. The chief wanted to one day call the land Asgard, as that was the land he came from before his homeland was destroyed by Herobrine. After 6 months, the castle was completed, and Bubba started to make the land in the forest where his quest started a real home. That is the castle from the lore. We will go there in a later video. This is where the tournament to enter the guild is held after you finish school here in Asgard, and it's also where you can do some horse racing. This was built before I decided to make the lore, so it's a modern sports building. I will be tearing it down soon and building a more lore-accurate stand in its place. It's sad to see it go, but like everything in Asgard, it is constantly changing. This is going to be an area where families can sit down and spend time with loved ones who have passed. This is where Asgard gets most of its crops, and meat from this farm was built to feed the people of Asgard and be far enough out that it can't be attacked easy. This tower was built before rocket-powered elytras, where in the game it made it easier to fly down and reach my base or other parts of the city. What a view we still get up here, though. I want to thank you all for watching. It's been fun making this and showing off what an almost 10-year-old world looks like. Next time up those stairs, we will be heading to where the guild set up.